What's the most unfair thing a teacher has ever done to you? In my sophomore year, I had an English teacher named Mr. Grimshaw, who was notorious for his erratic behavior. He'd sing show tunes during exams, throw erasers at students who dozed off, and once even brought his pet parrot to class. But his most infamous trait was his random life lessons that had nothing to do with the curriculum. One day he announced we'd be doing a special project. He paired us off and gave each duo a single task. One person had to convince the other to give them $20. We had the whole class period and could use any method except physical force. The person who ended up with the money would get an A. The other would fail. I was paired with Liam, a quiet kid I barely knew. As soon as the timer started, he turned to me and said, "I need that A. My dad will kill me if I fail." Before I could respond, he pulled out his wallet and handed me a crisp $20 bill. "Just take it," he said. "I don't want to fight." I was stunned. It seemed too easy. The rest of the class was deep in heated negotiations, but Liam just put his head down and started reading. 10 minutes before the bell, Mr. Grimshaw called time. One by one, pairs revealed who had won the money. Most had split it, $10 each for a shared B. A few had struck deals, trading favors for the A. When it was our turn, I held up the $20 bill. "I have it," I said, feeling a mix of guilt and relief. Mr. Grimshaw looked at Liam. "Is this true?" Liam just nodded. "Well then," Mr. Grimshaw said, "Liam gets the A." The room exploded. "What?" I shouted. "But I have the money?" Mr. Grimshaw just smiled. "The lesson wasn't about who ends up with the money," he said calmly. "It was about the art of persuasion. Liam convinced you to take the bill with a single sentence. You were expecting a battle, but he made you an offer you couldn't refuse. That's an A+ negotiation tactic." I was furious. It felt like a trick, a trap disguised as a game. I almost ripped the $20 in half. But as I looked at Liam, I saw something unexpected. Relief, like a weight had been lifted. "Keep it," he said softly. "I didn't do it for the grade." That night I found out why. Liam's dad had lost his job. They were barely scraping by. That $20 was grocery money. Liam had sacrificed his own meal to help me get an A. The next day, I marched into Mr. Grimshaw's office and slammed the $20 on his desk. "Give Liam back his A," I demanded. "He deserves it more than I do." Mr. Grimshaw raised an eyebrow. "Why?" "Because," I said, voice shaking slightly, "he taught me what persuasion really means. It's not about winning. It's about understanding what matters most to someone, even if it costs you." Mr. Grimshaw stared at me for a long moment. Then he broke into a grin. "Finally," he said, "someone who actually learned the lesson." He changed Liam's grade and gave me extra credit for moral fortitude. But the real reward was the look on Liam's face when I told him. Pure gratitude. We've been best friends ever since. Turns out Mr. Grimshaw's methods may have been madness, but there was always a method to it. He was teaching us to think beyond grades, to consider the human equation. I didn't realize it then, but that $20 bought me a lot more than an A. It bought me perspective. And in the game of life, that's the most valuable currency there is.